Welcome to today's Getting Started demonstration for accountants and bookkeepers in practice. My name is Sultana and it's my pleasure to spend the next 30 minutes helping you to get started with Sage 1. Now hopefully by now you should have activated Sage 1 Accountants Edition. If for any reason you haven't, then what you can do is contact your account manager and they can send you a link to get registered on Sage 1. Now the aim of this session is to give you an idea on how you can get started by going through the introduction to Sage 1 Accountants Edition. I'll touch upon the Sage 1 reward program and I'll take you through how you can link with your clients. I'll touch upon the security features as well, so the precautions that we've taken in place to protect your critical business data as well as your clients. And I'll talk about Sage 1 Collaborate, how that can be used within the Accountants Edition. I'll then take you on to managing your clients and the benefits for you, and we'll then go on to the demonstration of the product. I'll talk about the different variants as well after the demonstration, so how much they cost and what's available, and also the resources that are available to you through our Sage Exchange website. And if you have any feedback and questions, what you need to do. So Sage 1 Accountants Edition will be your hub where you can view and manage your client's data remotely. Now if your client is already using Sage 1 service, they can invite you to access their data, or if they don't have a service, then you can invite them. You will be able to collaborate securely with your clients online, and you will be able to view all your Sage 1 clients in one place, making it really easy to manage. Through the easy-to-use interface, your clients will be able to enter their own data, and we have tried to keep it jargon-free for your clients, but as the accountant, you have the tools you will need to deliver a personalised service. Now if your client is struggling in any way, or you want to take ownership to the journal entries, then you can also do that because you're going to be in control. And Sage 1 also includes demo clients that you can then use to show your clients what you can produce for them. Sage 1 is growing fast. Later this year into next year, we'll have final accounts, tax in depth, client management reporting, and even practice management available for you from Sage 1 Accountants Edition. Now the Sage 1 reward program is so you can promote Sage 1 to your clients and earn 20% of what they spend with us every month, paid back to you on a quarterly basis. We wanted to give you a simple billing model that's easy to understand, and we wanted to reward you for promoting Sage 1 to your clients. So what we've done also is included a free trial period for your clients when they are subscribed to a service. And hopefully through Sage 1 it will reduce the administration burden that you may have. We wanted to have a forward-thinking model in line with the market trends, and we wanted to give you 20% kickback paid to you quarterly, and that would continue for the life of the linked subscription. So how do we pay you? Now if you have any outstanding balances on your Sage 1 accounts, the commission amount will be netted off against the balance. Where there is no outstanding balance, Sage will pay directly into your account via BACS. Now it can be a combination of the both, where the commission is due is more than the outstanding balance, the remainder of the commission will be paid via BACS. So what you need to do is you need to complete the in-product details within the self-billing settings, and you need to complete a self-billing agreement. Now if you are VAT registered, then you would need to sign the form with the correct details, but if you're not VAT registered, you do still need to sign the form, but to make us aware that you are not VAT registered. What you can do is get the self-billing agreement, which can be accessed from our Sage Exchange website. Now the options you have in order to link in your clients are invite your clients via Sage 1 Accountants Edition, or accept an existing client invite. Now if you decide to join our Sage 1 reward program, then link the first way so that you can start earning commission, and that would be by you inviting them through the Accountants Edition. Now one question that you might ask yourself is Sage 1 safe? Now we have a series of policies and practices in place so that we make sure your data is secure. Cloud suppliers typically take security precautions more than most businesses do in-house. For example, we protect your critical data through our extended validation certificate. So if you're using an up-to-date browser, which we do advise, when you're signed into Sage 1, you'll notice that the address bar will be green. This proves that you're using an extended validation certificate, which gives you 100% confident that you're definitely connected to one of our servers. We keep our servers in highly secure data centers designed specifically to protect them against threats like fire and theft. Our highly secured environment is managed by Amazon Web Services, and we store your data in the UK, which ensures that it falls under the strict EU laws and regulations. Now, if a provider's server is outside the European Economic Area, this most likely might be the USA, so they'll need to be part of the US and EU Safe Harbor framework. We also perform frequent backups, often about once an hour, and store the backup copies in a separate location. And we also maintain spare server capacity in a separate data center to instantly take over in the event of any problems or failures. We also protect your data with the 128-bit encryption, which is equal to that of online banking, and we have multiple firewalls and other measures designed to keep hackers out. So hoping that you're still with me, I'm going to move on to Sage 1 Collaborate. Now this is a functionality which will be initiated by you, the accountant, and the client doesn't need to have a Sage 1 service in order to benefit from Collaborate. Now the first time the accountant starts to collaborate with the client will receive an email that will contain a link to unlock their version of Sage 1. So that's just to verify that the client is real. Sage 1 Collaborate is a highly secure data exchange feature, and what we have is there's automatic virus scanning and data encryption used. You will have a full audit trail which allows you to track the documents that have been sent, viewed and worked on. And there are 15 file types that can be uploaded at the moment, including PDF, documents and CSVs. The maximum file size is 5 megabytes and the accountant has 1 gigabyte storage capacity. Now through Accountants Edition, it's easy to set up your clients and you can access real-time information of your client's data. Hopefully what that should do is reduce your travel costs and reduce your admin time as well. And through the Sage 1 reward program, we say thank you to promoting us to your clients. Depending on the service your client subscribes to, there are some exclusive options for you as the accountant, which are submitting the VAT return for them. You have a number of more reports available and you are able to do the journal entries for your clients. You can also customize client chart of accounts, and there's also a feature of year-end lockdown. Now if your client is using Sage 1 Accounts Extra, there's also an extra feature called the user management. And within user management, what you're able to do is create different logins for people and also have permissions set up on them different logins. So I'll take you through the demonstration of the product now. So I'm just going to sign into the site of sage1.com. Now existing customers would use the sign in option at the top. Now the first time you sign into the Sage 1 Accountants Edition, you get the home screen, and the home screen shows a list of all the clients that have been created through Accountants Edition, and also any clients that might have sent you the invite as well. So you have the home screen where you can see a list of all your clients, and there is no limit on how many clients that you can have. Now, as I said earlier, you have 2 demo clients. So we've got the Cashbook client and the Accounts client, and you can see as well that there's a column which allows you to see what services the clients are subscribed to. The third column shows you how long ago did the clients actually sign into their Accountants, their Sage 1. And actions required would be if anybody has sent you a Collaborate. So if a client has sent you a document, and you've also got the status bar, and this shows if a client has activated their Sage 1 or if they still haven't activated it. At the top you have these 5 options. So we've got an envelope which is for messages. We've got the home button which always will take you back to this main screen. Help functionality which takes you to our support site, settings and sign out. So let's just have a look at messages. Now if there are any outstanding messages which you've not seen, the messages envelope would flash, so you would know that there's a message waiting for you. And there are a number of reasons why you might get messages. So if a new client has invited you, then you would get a message. If there has been any changes through Sage 1, so any new features, we'll inform you. And if somebody is no longer on a service as well, so we would always send you a notification of that. What you can do is double click into the notification and see what the message is. If at any point you want to delete the messages, you just need to select the column with the X and you will be able to delete the message. What you can also do is go back to the home screen using the home button like I said. You've got the help functionality which takes you to our support site, and it shows extensive articles that are available on getting started with Sage 1. You've also got settings. So settings is for your practice. So you've got user settings, business settings, billing settings and third-party access. And that's if you use any add-ons that are available for Sage 1. User settings just shows your first name and last name and your email address. And here you can change your password and any security questions. So if for any reason you want to change your password, you would need to select change your password and you need to complete the information. Or if you wanted to edit or remove any of the security questions as well that you signed up to, you can do that. Business settings is the area which shows your address information, your telephone number and your website information. And if at any point you need to change it, you can just type into the individual fields and change the data that we have. Now if at any point you're not sure what the area does, you can see this little green box and that would take you to the help site. Billing settings is where you would enter your direct debit information, and that's to take part in the reward program. But also if accountants want to actually pay for the service for their clients, then you would need to complete this billing settings. So billing contacts just shows the address information and that's taken from the main screen. Direct debit information is where you would enter your direct debit so we can pay you the commission, or if your client is subscribed to a service and you're paying for it, then you would need to complete this area. Sage 1 invoices is if you're paying for a subscription and we will send you the invoice on a monthly basis. And the commission details is what you need to complete if you want to start earning commission. So as default it will be set to no, but if you select yes, you will then be able to complete the information on bank account details, VAT number if it's VAT registered. We've also highlighted the areas where you can get our terms and conditions and also where you can get the self-billing agreement from as well. The Commission Report tab shows you a list of the commission reports that you will receive since you have subscribed to Sage 1. So on a quarterly basis you will receive a report from us on how much commission we will be paying you. So going back to the home screen, now the last option is to sign out of the product, but we don't want to do that. So to create a new client, you can see that you've got a create client button down here on the right. So if you select that, it takes us into the client creation screen. So here you can just enter your standard information for your clients. Just going to make some stuff up. And you would need to enter the areas that have got asterisks, so for the moment we don't need to put the business address. And here is a new feature where if you will be paying for the client service, then you can specify that. So you can select accountant, or if your client's going to be paying for their service, then you select client. So we're just going to save that. Now as you can see now, the client's been created successfully and it takes you straight away into the client summary screen. Now the client summary screen normally shows you the details of the client. It would show you the services that they have subscribed to. You would be able to see any collaborate, so if you're using the data exchange feature, so you can then send them requests and do some new file shares. And what you're also able to do is add notes for your own record. Now, if at any point you need to edit the client information, you can do that by selecting Edit Client, and then it takes you back to the client creation screen. You're also able to delete the client. So if for any reason the client no longer is with your practice, then you can delete the client or stop managing the client. And with the collaborate function, for that to be able to work, you would need to enter the address information. Now, to sign up a client to a service, you would select Manage Services, and that would then take you to the subscription area. Now, as you can see, we've got a number of services that are available. So we've got our cash book, which is a small accounts variant. Then we've got the next highest, which is accounts, and then we've got accounts extra. Now, when you select the individual service, you'll notice that you get a brief description of what the features are. And you can also find out more about the service by selecting the link at the bottom. Then we've got our payroll variants, which go from 5, 10 to 15 employees. So if for any reason your client doesn't have that many payroll clients, then you can start off with 5 and then you can upgrade to 10 and then 15. And the same way, if you sign up to Cashbook and the features that are available may not be what the client wants, they want additional information, they want to be able to submit their VAT returns, for instance, then you would select the accounts option. So you can upgrade from Cashbook to accounts and then accounts extra. Now, to subscribe a client, you would just select the subscribe button, and if the client is VAT registered, then you would need to tick this box and enter the VAT number and the submission frequency as well. You would need to enter the financial year end date and the type of business it is. So we only have sole traders and small businesses as an option because Sage 1 is for small businesses and sole traders. So once you've selected it, you can still unsubscribe for any reason as long as you've not continued on to the next box. And what you can do is subscribe again. And what you can also do is you can select more than one option. So we want Cashbook, but we also want payroll, so we can subscribe to that as well. Once you select continue, it will give you information about how much the costs are. Now, the prices do exclude VAT, so they would be added onto the invoice. And then all you need to do is select finish. And that's how simple it is to subscribe your client to a service. Now, as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, you do have the 30-day free trial for your client. So once the free trial finishes, they will get a prompt to enter their direct debit information. And if at any point your client you need to resend the activation, you can do that by selecting resend activation. The other area that we have is notes. So if you want to create a note, you can select create note. And this would be for your record only. So the client does not see any notes that you add, and you can delete the notes as well. So I'm going to go into a client that has been activated. So I'm going back into the home screen. And within the home screen, I'm going to select the demo client that we have. And I'm going to show you George Fell Plasterers, which is subscribed to Cashbook. Now, as you can see, there's a number of collaborates that have been carried out. So these are, like I said, the data exchange feature. So if you want to see all the collaborations that you have with this one client, you just select View All. And it gives you a list of all the existing collaborates that you've had with your client. If you want to view what messages have been sent, you just need to select the line, and it would then show you the message that was sent to the customer, and it would tell you when it was sent and who sent it. But what you can also do is you can select if you sent any files as well, and it would then give you a preview of the file. So I sent a little koala bear, which is now getting downloaded, and if you want to select the download, you just need to select the download area at the bottom. What you also have here is if you have requested approval from your client, then you'd get the tick circle. And also any files that the client sent you, they would appear down here, so you'd have a little tick here as well. You can search for specific collaborations, so whatever the title is. What you can also do is you can refine the search, so I'm just going to select 28th, and as you can see, any collaborations that were done from the 28th to the 1st are now showing up. What you can also do is you can specify the status as well, so if you want to see all what's been viewed, then that will appear here. Any approvals that have been requested as well, any that have been approved, any that have been rejected, and any files received by you. So at the moment I don't have a lot of information in this client. To raise a new request, you just need to select on new request, and this is to send a message to the client. And what you can do is just type in a brief message. That's how simple it is for you to send a message. To do a new file share, you just need to select actions on new file share as well. And you would need to go through the 3-step process where you would attach the file. So I'm just going to choose an image. And that's how quick it is to upload a new file. You can request approval from your client, and what you can also do is type in a message. And that's how simple it is for you to do collaboration with your client. So going back to the home screen, what you also have when you go into a client is you have a preview of their financial details, and this shows the year-end date if you've locked down any specific dates as well. And you can also see a snapshot of a graph of how their current account is doing as well. The reports that are available to you can be accessed through financial reports option at the top down here, and as you hover over it, it would show the reports that are available. So we've got aged creditors, aged debtors, balance sheet, nominal activity report, profit and loss, and trial balance. So if you wanted to access these reports, you just need to select the report, and then that would open a preview within the client's balance sheet. You would be able to download a printable PDF version. So you can see now we've got a PDF version which we can save or print. And what you can also do, export it as a CSV. So you can see now that's downloaded. And if I was to open that now, it will be in the Excel format. So we have a balance sheet in Excel now. So that's a handy feature if you ever want to download the balance sheets as a spreadsheet. What we also can do is when you're in an individual client, you can actually log into the program as the client, or you can log in to the Cashbook program or any other service as the accountant. Now if I was to log in as client into Cashbook, I'll just briefly show you the differences. So this is what the customer would get. They have the options of Cashbook, banking, summary and contacts, and what you would be able to do is go into Cashbook and see what transactions the customer may have posted. You would also be able to see the totals. You'll be able to see expenses and income, and you can also carry out the transactions for the customer for any reason as well. So this will help when you are demonstrating Cashbook to your client, because you will be able to show them how they would use it. They're also able to enter their banking information, so they can do transfers between bank accounts, and they can add a new account as well. They're able to go through the summary and contacts. Now I won't go into much detail about how to use Cashbook, but I just wanted to show you how Cashbook would look like from the client's perspective. And if we go back to being the accountant, I'll show you how it would look like from your perspective as the accountant or bookkeeper. So I'm going to go back into Cashbook, and now I'm going to log in to Cashbook. Now this is what you as the accountant would see. Now as you can see straight away, it is a bit different. You have the individual tabs of the summary, so you can get a snapshot of how the business is doing. You can also see the top 5 unpaid sales invoices, and once again you can see the graph as well. You're able to go into sales invoices, other incomes, and products and services as well. So you're able to carry out these tasks for the customer. You're also able to go into banking, contacts for customers and suppliers, and the additional features you have are the journal entries, the reports, and the VAT return as well. So these are additional features which we do cover in the introduction to Sage 1 for accountants and bookkeepers in practice. So that's every Tuesdays at 2:30, in case you want to see how you can use the different features. So I'm going to go back to being the accountant now. So now that you've looked at the demonstration of the Accountants Edition, just wanted to go through the services. So now if you invite any of the new clients to use Sage 1, we won't charge you for this as long as you specify that we charge the client. Instead, the client can pay for their own service, and the services that we currently offer for your small business clients are Sage 1 Cashbook, Sage 1 Accounts. We've also got the Sage 1 Accounts Extra, Sage 1 Payroll, Sage 1 Payroll 10, and Sage 1 Payroll 15. Now for the accounts variants, you've got Sage 1 Cashbook for £5 plus VAT per month. You've got Sage 1 Accounts, which is £10 plus VAT, and you've got Sage 1 Accounts Extra, which is £25 plus VAT. You've also got the different payrolls which go from £5, £10 and £15, and that would be plus VAT as well on a monthly basis. Now when your client accepts an invite, they receive a 30-day free trial, and once the trial is over they are prompted to enter their direct debit details, after which they'll start to receive their Sage 1 invoice. However, we do reward you for proactively promoting us to your clients, so we've got that as part of the feature within the Accountants Edition as well. So hopefully you now have a good understanding of what Sage 1 Accountants Edition is. So what's next? If you haven't already done so, then please do give us a call on 0845 111 1111. To get signed up for Sage 1 Accountants Edition, if you are a club member already, it's absolutely free to you. If you're not a club member, then you can subscribe to our online club membership, which is £5 plus VAT a year. And set up your practice profile on Sage 1 Directory to generate new clients. Use the resources on our Sage Exchange website to tell your existing or prospect clients about Sage 1. And let us know if you would like to arrange a Sage 1 seminar at your practice. So our team at Sage 1 will be able to come to your practice and do live seminars. So now that we've reached the end of the session, thank you very much for your time.